Yeah, so to repeat the question, if a woman has been married to her husband for more than 30 years and has adult children, and now she's a Muslimah and he's not, what should she do? So obviously, the first thing is to give him da'wah. Like many of the Sahabiyat, when they became Muslim, they gave da'wah to their husbands. And many times, even if they think the husband would not be open to it, in the end, they are. And sometimes they do accept Islam. Many of the Sahaba, they became Muslim in this way. And in that sense, that would be great. They're already married. They don't need to do another nikah according to the more stronger opinion and so on. And they live their life, alhamdulillah, as two Muslims together. If he is not willing to accept Islam, then her options are to either stay married to him but not live with him, in the sense that she would not be having physical contact and so on. But for the sake of the children, whatever, she could go live with one of the children or on her own and continue to give him da'wah, hopefully. But that marriage is no longer going to be valid Islamically, meaning she cannot be having spousal relations with him anymore. As a Muslimah, she cannot be married to a mushrik. This is without any ikhtilaf of ulama. There's no disagreement amongst the scholars of Islam on this issue. And I know it's difficult because if you've been married that long and so on, but iman and shirk cannot combine, and if you think about, and I have seen situations where women became Muslim and they stayed with non-Muslim husbands, and even if they didn't take the advice and do what's right and leave them, in the end they ended up leaving them anyway. Because when a husband, for example, drinks and eats pork and goes out to clubs or whatever else that is common in Western society, even amongst Christians and Jews and so on, does those things, how can a practicing Muslimah live with him? Yeah? This is one of the reasons why, even when we talk about being married to a woman from the Ahlul Kitab, we always give nasiha to our brothers not to rather to marry a Muslimah or to give her da'wah and make her where she can be a Muslimah as well. Because when those two ideologies clash, one of fulfilling the desires and the other of being subservient to the Creator, it doesn't mix. The thing with like what people forget today, and many of you that are reverts or many of you that know the society we live in, as I was raised in the society, Christianity is no longer a religion where they have any principles. I hate to say it that way, but it's reality. Meaning churches today have dances, they have dating services, they have alcohol, they have parties. There is no like halal haram, right? Even if you look at Judaism, which again, at least amongst the Orthodox community, sticks a little bit more to it. But most of the Jews in America, especially amongst the Reform or Reconstructionists as they call themselves, they eat pork, they drink, they go out on dates, they have synagogues with date nights, they have drunk rabbis. I've seen it myself, right? So the reality is that it's split into either follow your desires or be Muslim. And to mix those, it doesn't happen. So that is the advice. Again, she can have some of the brothers from the masjid sit down with him in a nice way and give him da'wah and bring him to the masjid. And we as a community are here to help and support.
Absolutely. Absolutely.